came out here today because it is indeed a very dark day for Scotland with the legalisation of buffer zones, which means more dead babies in Scotland and a lot more damaged and hurt women. This is absolutely atrocious, and we are here today to speak up for the unborn, to speak up for women who are damaged as a result of abortion. It's a clear attack on the freedom of prayer, freedom of thought, and the government, the pro-abortion lobby, who are celebrating and championing the deaths of unborn babies, want to take away that freedom, and so that's what they're doing today by legalising buffer zones. And we are out here in our numbers from all different backgrounds, all different ages, to speak up against the atrocity of abortion, the loss of such innocent lives, to the barbaric reality of abortion. Let's not glamorise it. It is the dismembering, the butchering of unborn babies. Now, if this type of evil doesn't wake you up, I don't know what other type of evil will wake you up in the world today. So I'm encouraging more people to speak out against the reality of abortion, and I'm really impressed by the amount of people that have turned up today and are courageously speaking up for the unborn.
Well, to be honest, the first issue with this law that's coming into effect, that we're here to counter-protest essentially today and to pray against the authoritarian proposal, is that it sets the precedent that somebody in the government can control the minds of innocent civilians. And is that really the power we want to give to government? I'd say no. We're meant to live in a liberal democracy. That doesn't sound democratic to me. A lot of these politicians like to virtue signal about keeping religion out of politics, but enforcing secular theology on innocent religious people just gathering to pray for innocent children and mothers, is that really the laws we want to bring forward? It sets a dangerous precedent for the future. So essentially I'm here today because I have a moral obligation to oppose this law, and the second thing is I'm also here to pray for the unborn and their mothers.
I've had the sad experience of dealing with women who have had abortion, not just women but even teenage girls. And I feel quite often, I've written to Gillian Mackay about this, I feel that if they had had someone who could have offered them some help, support, advice, then the children who were aborted would be alive today. And in each case that I've dealt with, and it's more than one, the female, I'll use that word to cover the girls as well, have been absolutely engulfed with grief. I can remember one young woman, she was in her mid-20s, and I went to visit her after the abortion, and I can see her still in my mind's eye, and this is going back decades, and she was crying and saying, "Mr. Ross, I murdered my baby." Now, I am not known to my friends as a man of few words, but on that occasion I was speechless. I couldn't argue with her. I agreed with her. And that's why I'm here. I think there's a scandalous thing that people are not even being allowed to help those who are very often under coercion. Each of these cases, they were coerced into the abortion. They didn't want it, but family, sometimes the father, coerced them into having it. And if they'd had some help, they might have had a different outcome, and they'd have lived happier lives as well.
Well, I think it's important for people to realise that there are alternative views out there about the support available for women to choose against abortion. I think the action of the Scottish Government to ban praying or protesting or any action outside abortion clinics seems to be an attempt to remove the conversation from the political sphere, or make it a given that anyone anywhere believes abortion is a human right. And I think it's important for people to recognise that there are people out here who do believe that all human beings deserve life from conception till natural death, and that politicians and the general public have to contend with the fact that not everyone thinks the same way and not everyone has the same opinions, and there are actual alternatives out there.